Okay, so today we're at Hyrel and we're showing how you would put together the coaxial printing system. A lot of people want to do one material inside of another, a co-extrude, kind of like a wire would be done where the copper's on the inside and plastic's on the outside. So this allows you to play with it. We have programmable feed rates for each of the materials called the feed rate multiplier. Some good videos about that are online. So now let me go through loading or assembling your coaxial extruder head. First, this is your manifold, and you'll notice that the manifold has two inputs and one output. It also has this here, and that is how we commutate from this side. You'll see the hole in there. It goes through there and comes out this hole here. When we fabricate this, we're not magicians, so we drill a hole all the way through, and that's your plug hole. If you remove this, you can come back in with a drill later on and clean that out if for some reason your material solidifies. So it also serves as a cleaning port. As well as that, we have 6mm holes that are bored inside here all the way through. And if later on you decide you need to go an elevated temperature, you can add heating elements, which you can also purchase from us, is a heated version of this. We also have some extra mounting holes here in case you would like to make a custom system that is using pneumatic drives, which I'll show you later on about how to do that. Okay, so that's our manifold block, and every manifold is going to have two inputs. So let's select the first one. You can see you have your cartridge with a plunger, you have the plunger and the lead screw and a cartridge. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put together this cartridge, and normally you would wind this back and fill it with material, whatever you want, until it's level. Then you would come here and you're going to take, and you can put this upside down because you'll be working outside the machine. You can get a shot this way if you want, so, or whatever. So your material, if it's liquidy, you can actually work with it completely upside down. All right, you notice I've left the nut off on this. If you need to screw, put the nut on, because now you've got force. You can actually now turn this, and as you turn it, it will drive the material in, and it will feed into here, and you can turn it until you see it start to come out if you want to. That'll prime this and get rid of any air bubbles. I recommend you doing it upside down so all the air bubbles stay out. Okay, now we got one material loaded. Now we get to go to the more difficult one, and that is where we have to pick the size of our internal. So I'm going to pick this, which I believe is a 2 or 2.5mm internal diameter. And now what we're going to do is we're going to load that onto this cartridge. And actually, I don't need to do that first. I will go ahead and do this. Sorry about that. All right. Normally, you would put this cartridge on. Next, you would turn it upside down and fill it with material, and then crank this up until your material is flush. Then you install the nozzle, and you would take this nozzle and put it like so. Notice the O-rings in here. Now, I forgot to say this. The O-rings on the inside of all three of these in the manifold block are -114. You can get them from a McMaster car or go online anywhere you like. That make it easy for you to resupply. Okay, now we screw this in until it's firm. Okay. Now that makes the seal between the two O-rings, one on this side and one on the internal part of this. So you're good to go. The internal O-ring, the one that goes on these, is -112. The O-ring that we use for sealing the access port is a -007. Okay, now the last thing to do is to install our outer nozzle, and it defines the bulk size of what's coming out. You can see in there already, you see the other needle is there. So now we have a 14mm wrench. Now these are the aluminum nozzles, and you take it down to where it's snug. Don't overdo anything because it is aluminum, not steel, and you can strip it out, but you can see the one nozzle inside the other. Now, we have just gotten a brand new system to add to this, which I will show you. And it's kind of exciting because we designed a nozzle that when you're working at temperatures below 70 degrees C, you can actually go and print these on your Bamboo Labs printers. You could also print them on one of our printers if you want to, but We love the Bamboo Babs for printing filament. It's the bomb. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. It's a 10 millimeter driver, and you take it down again to where it's snug. Remember, it's plastic, but there's a big thread. There, snug. And now you've got this literally a nozzle inside of a nozzle. Okay, and you can see there are different orifice sizes here, so you can play with them. And if you ask, we'll send you the step files so you can actually make your own custom nozzle system. Okay, so that gets us this. I will go back and place this one on here just so you can see what a metal configuration looks like. And now I take it down snug. Remember, it's going against a nice silicone O-ring, so you don't have to go too bad. You can see the two nozzles in there. See that? One inside the other. Great. All right, now it's time to load this. So to load it, remember our material is already primed, so we take our two compression nuts off. And now you come to your printer where you have loaded two Krakatoas or similar. And for this one, I'm going to come in at this angle. They are 35 millimeters apart by design. There we go. Okay. And now don't forget to load your nuts on here so you can tighten them up. There you go. And now this is tie wrapped up right now for, I think, or you may have to put an extension on here depending on what you're doing. We also make taller cartridges, and those will fit in here as well. Okay, so now you're ready to run your system. That's it.